It's Friday, March 6th, 2026, and we have some significant severe weather on our hands. If you live from parts of the southern plains into parts of the Midwest and parts of the Missouri valleys. And I'm going to be talking about the severe weather risk today and what you need to know. So let's jump straight into today's video. So let's start off with our severe weather risk. So you see this is our day one outlook for today, Friday, March 6th. So you can see we have a marginal risk expanding from parts of Texas all the way up here to Michigan. Okay, so the marginal risk is a very big marginal risk. Okay, this is the biggest risk I've probably seen for a while. That marginal risk goes all the way up here to parts of Michigan. I mean, scattered severe weather. I mean, we'll have the line come through. We might even see some scattered severe weather even there in Traverse City, Muskegon, those locations. Detroit even needs to be staying aware for possible severe weather. So we got that marginal risk. That also includes Rochester and those locations, and as well as Fort Wayne and Chicago is what the marginal risk includes. Now, we have a little slight risk down here where there'll be some bigger chances for some hail down there. And then we got another bigger slight risk, which expands from Dallas through Des Moines, Lincoln, all the way up there towards Milwaukee, where we can have some severe weather, maybe even a tornado. We also have this enhanced risk, this orange enhanced risk right here. And this is the main, if you live in this area, you need to be staying like very weather aware, okay? So let's check out the tornado risk so I can show you guys what we're talking about today. So look at this. We have a conditional intensity group right here. So that is indicating we don't know the coverage of these storms. So like the green, see these 2%, 5%, 10%. That just shows, the probability of it happening and stuff like that. But this hatched tornado conditional intensity group 1 risk means like if a tornado does occur within this area, it could be strong, okay? But it's just like it goes a little bit into the 2%, but that means tornadoes are not going to be like that big of a concern. But if they do happen, like say for the lower risk, like the green, then they could be pretty strong. But the down here is the big concern. If you live in that yellow, you need to be staying very well aware. But the green is the 2%, the brown is the 5%, and the yellow is the 10%. So be staying weather aware and make sure you have your alerts on throughout the whole day if you live in any of these impacted areas. Severe thunderstorms and winds are possible. Again, we can see even more stronger winds in this area. That's a conditional intensity group 1 risk. But severe thunderstorms are going to be a big concern out here too. But hail is also going to be a very big concern, especially in this red. So if you're in this red, park your car in the garage so that it doesn't get damaged by hail. But again, we got that conditional intensity group, meaning that we can even see some big hail down here. But you can see this one little yellow area that could be seeing some pretty big hail. So we could possibly see some hail out here. Again, the hail is not that big of a concern in here, but it's definitely still a possibility with the probabilities. But it could be stronger on the other side of this. So make sure to be having alerts on today if you're in any of those highlighted areas. This is what the storms could look like. I mean, I'm using this. It's probably not the best feature radar because some of the other ones are loading. But this is fine because it works. So these storms will start developing a little bit later. This is around 5 p.m. We'll have some of these storms develop. We'll have some of these storms develop over here around Lincoln. Some of these could produce a few tornadoes, severe winds. Again, this is going to be towards the night in here. Okay, this is at 6 p.m. Eastern. And then they'll continue to move through these areas, potentially producing severe winds, tornadoes. There's even a TIDS tornado risk for today, in TIDS, I'm saying. So this is what some of these storms could look like out there as we get into 3 a.m. on the 7th. And then notice this kind of turns into like a line. I mean, it kind of did like over here, but it turns into a line and kind of it goes from like a tornado threat to a severe wind threat. And then we'll have those lines of storms moving into parts of the Ohio Valley. You can see this is on the 7th around 10 a.m. We'll have some severe storms pushing through Ohio, eventually into Pennsylvania. And then look at this. We're going to have a big line of storms down here as well. Now this could produce some severe winds, maybe even some tornadoes. But the tornado threat is not going to be a big thing with this. But the system is eventually going to move down into the southern United States and potentially cause some severe weather down there too. So that's something that we got to be concerned about too. So let's check out the day 3 outlook for Friday, March 7th. So for Saturday, March 7th. So here's the outlook for Saturday, March 7th. We have a slight risk up here in parts of New York, western Pennsylvania, western New York, over there to eastern Ohio, western Virginia, and northeastern Kentucky, where there will be a severe weather chance for Saturday, March 7th, with a tornado risk up here too, associated with those storms that will move through. So make sure you be staying weather aware if you're in that area. Now, that area does include a little bit of Columbus, does include Pittsburgh, New Philadelphia, Cleveland, and Erie, all the way up there towards Buffalo, where there's going to be a tornado risk. But it's not just a tornado risk up there. This is for Saturday, March 7th. There's also going to be a severe thunderstorm risk up there. And then the hail risk is going to be pretty low for these areas. So then we got another marginal risk down here in parts of Texas, into parts of Louisiana, southern Arkansas, and Mississippi. This one includes northern Louisiana, southern Arkansas, parts of northwestern Mississippi, where there will be severe weather made a possibility on Saturday, March 7th. This includes Austin, San Antonio, Houston, Waco, Dallas, Shreveport, Jackson, and I don't think it includes Memphis, Tennessee, but it's near it. So there's a tornado risk down here, but up here for Saturday, March 7th as well. Because we'll have those storms push through, but more of a severe thunderstorm threat. We do got that conditional intensity group out here though for some pretty big hail. Then we got this big gap in between Atlanta. You guys need to be staying weather aware as the storms will come through, but we got this big gap where there's going to be a chance to see some severe weather on Saturday, March 7th, scattered. But yeah, make sure you have alerts on this day as well. As you can see, this is what the storms could look like. Let me show you guys the future radar as they push through. This is what they could look like around 8 p.m. on Saturday. So the storms will look like. These areas, some areas will be impacted way earlier than some of the other ones, but you can see right there, Atlanta will probably be impacted around 3 a.m. on the 8th. So yeah, that's what's going on out there. So make sure you be staying weather aware on Saturday, March 7th as well. But today, make sure you be staying weather aware in these areas, because today is the big day. Okay, today's the big day. A few intense tornadoes would be possible, as you can see here. Scattered severe thunderstorms are expected from late afternoon through tonight. Parts of the southern Great Plains to the Midwest. The greatest potential for a couple strong tornadoes and isolated very large hail is across eastern portions of Oklahoma, Kansas, and western portions of Arkansas and Missouri. So that's what's going on with that. Excessive rainfall is going to be a concern out here as well, so flooding is going to be a concern. So you've got a slight risk for some flooding. That's for Dallas. I know Dallas had some pretty big flooding. Got some flooding risks over there. Flooding risks near Chicago. But yeah, marginal and a slight. It continues through tomorrow. As you can see, we've got a big excessive rainfall risk. It goes from Dallas through Columbus all the way up to towards New York, where there will be excessive rainfall risk. That's marginal. Then we got that slight down here for Jackson, Memphis, and Houston area, who could see excessive rainfall on Saturday, 7th as well. And then this is for Sunday, the 8th. So, yeah, that's what's going on with the flooding type of stuff. Now let's check out precipitation. You can see, yes, we're expecting above average precipitation for this part of the United States and this part of the United States. Below average down here, so this could get pretty dry down there. So that's that. And then let's move. Now this takes us to the temperatures. Let's see temperatures. Yes, warmer than average temperatures down here. Above average for much of the southern United States over here. Above average temperatures, and up here more cold temperatures. So that's what's going on with that. More warmer temperatures are on its way. So yeah, and we might see a brief break of severe weather, especially on Sunday the 8th. So that might change though, but you can see right here, this is for Tuesday. We have a 15% any severe risk. So we got some more severe weather coming up, especially as we get to next week. Well, on Tuesday. So yeah, something that we got to be watching out for as well. That's all the weather talk I have for you today. Make sure you stay weather aware, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.